Hello and welcome to the lecture series on economics of growth and development. In the previous class, we have seen human poverty index and details with respect to the same. In today's class, I will be talking about the construction of or the formula used to calculate human poverty index. I hope you can recollect that the human poverty index is calculated separately for the developing countries as well as for the high income OECD countries. So first, I will talk about the developing countries. So human poverty index for developing countries is denoted by HPI 1. And it is a composite index measuring deprivation in 3 dimensions captured with the help of long and healthy life, knowledge and decent standard of living. So let us now look at the formula. So HPI 1 is equal to 1/3 P1 raised to alpha plus P2 raised to alpha plus P3 raised to alpha whole thing raised to 1 over alpha. Yeah, so this is the formula. Now let us look into greater details what P1, P2 and P3 boils down to. So P1 is the probability at birth of not surviving to age 40 multiplied by 100. So probability, I hope you guys know that the probability value is between 0 and 1. So into 100, so therefore that is captured in P1. Second, in P2 I am looking at the adult literacy rate, and in P3 I am looking at the unweighted average of 3 things. First is the population without sustainable access to improved water source, then the percentage of children malnourished under age 5 and percentage population without access to healthcare facilities. So these are the 3 things which are captured, and an unweighted average of the same is taken when I am talking about P3 as an indicator in the formula for human poverty index 1 for the developing countries. Yeah, and alpha, the value of alpha which is here, which is taken to be 3. So this is how you look at the human poverty index for developing countries. I hope the idea is pretty much clear. Let us now look into the human poverty index for the OECD, higher income OECD countries. So the HPI for high income OECD country is denoted by HPI 2, and it is a composite index of 4 basic dimensions or 4 basic indicators captured with the help of a long and healthy life, knowledge, a decent standard of living, and also capturing social exclusion. It is also capturing social exclusion. Here I had only 3 basic indicators. In OECD countries I am looking at 4 basic indicators. So I hope this idea is pretty much clear. Let us now look at the formula for HPI, which is human poverty index 2 for the high income OECD countries. So it is 1/4 into P1 raised to alpha plus P2 raised to alpha plus P3 raised to alpha plus P4 raised to alpha whole thing raised to 1 over alpha. Now what P1, P2, P3 denotes, P4 denotes, we will see. P1 denotes the probability at birth of not surviving at age 60 multiplied by 100. So this is captured in this indicator P1. Then we have P2, which is talking about adults lacking functional literacy. Then we have P3, which is talking about population below income poverty line. That is, under this what I am looking at is 50% of the median adjusted households disposable income. Now disposable income is the income which remains in the hands of the people after giving up the taxes. Yeah, so it is your income subtracting the taxes from that, and that is the disposable income which is left with you. So I am looking at the 50% of median adjusted households disposable income when I am looking at population below income poverty line. Then we have P4, which is looking at the rate of long-term unemployment. Long-term unemployment particularly boils down to unemployment for 12 months or more than that period. So at P4 I am looking at a rate of long-term unemployment. So these are the 4 parameters, P1, P2, P3, P4. I am looking at the sum of that raised to alpha. Yeah, and here again the value of alpha is equal to 3. So I hope the idea of the human poverty index for both the developing countries as well as for the high income OECD countries is pretty much clear. So please stay tuned. Thank you.